Love and money. Two things that humans desperately need to survive in this day and age. One for the emotional need, and the other for the physical. Let's see how the characters in our story today deal with the balance between the two. Before we begin, we'd like to ask for a small favor from you. Please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell so you'd know when other stories like this are uploaded. It helps our channel a lot and gives you a constant stream of inspiration as well. The first story we have revolves around two people, Sean and Angie. They're lovers who met in college and are knowing each other more and more. Once they realize their love for each other, their differences start to manifest and pull them apart. How are they different? Sean's family is an honest living and hardworking family. Both of his parents are toiling day and night to provide for their 3 children, and they have successfully managed to keep their family from hunger. And while they might not be able to give every kid every desire they could have, they were happy to live in their ranch in peace. Angie, on the other hand, was so different. Her father was a successful businessman who was able to give his daughter and wife anything they wanted. From expensive jewelry, clothes, to luxurious vacations anywhere around the world, Angie was living her life in her huge mansion with tennis courts and swimming pools. Going back to Sean, he had to handle 3 jobs just to buy a car for himself, while Angie was given a better car on her 16th birthday. By now, you should see the disparity between the two, but when they met in one of their classes, they managed to enjoy each other's company. They had fun with each other so much that they started thinking of spending their lives with each other. However, things always had to be grounded in reality. When Sean was able to save enough money for an engagement ring, he got one, thinking that it was time to tie the knot. He got a simple ring, not one with a full carat diamond, since it wasn't the way he wanted to spend his hard-earned money. However, when Sean proposed, Angie saw the cheap ring and rejected him. The young woman realized she didn't want to leave her life right now that she enjoyed with the wealth of her father. She didn't think that her lifestyle could be sustained by poor Sean. Heartbroken and ashamed, Sean did what any man would do, break up with the love of his life. If she only wanted money, she could just find herself someone else that earned more than him. It wasn't true love that Angie had for him. A decade passed with them not seeing each other until one fateful day. While Angie was shopping, she bumped into Sean. They had a little chat for old time's sake, and Angie told Sean about her new husband. Robert, her husband, earns $15,000 per month, and she's so proud to have him in her life. Sean wanted to talk back, but he knew he was better than that. Soon enough, Robert joined the conversation. Angie was so surprised to hear her husband say the words, "Hi, Mr. Carter," so formally to her ex-fiancé. They parted ways and went to their homes. Angie later found out that Robert was actually under Sean. Sean was Robert's boss. Robert said he said before that he worked hard to be a CEO because a woman once dumped him for being poor. Angie threw love away because of her desire for money, not realizing that it was love that would always give her more. But people like her don't deserve loving people like Sean. The second story is also about a couple, Becky and Mark. To keep it simple, Becky freeloads off her boyfriend Mark, who is a computer programmer. His job allows him to live comfortably and support his girlfriend, even if she doesn't carry any of the financial burden. This woman would shop, eat out, and go on trips because of Mark's expenses. He didn't mind at all. Becky then made kind of a little turnaround. She found a job for 2 days a week, but she wanted a new phone with better features so she could do it more easily. The new phone wasn't needed, but she just wanted something new. When she asked Mark to get the newly released phone she saw in the ads, the man wasted no time to get it for her. In 2 days, it was delivered to their doorstep, and Becky was thrilled at the sight of the new device. The following day, repo men knocked on the door and asked for Mark. Becky saw that his car was getting taken away. The man said he was late on his payments for 3 months already. Mark couldn't do anything and was thinking hard about it. Becky started doubting Mark. Could he be the one for her? Was he able to give her the life she wanted? But this was a sign that things were about to go down. She didn't want to be there when it would happen. If Mark got bankrupt, her life would be over as she'd be with a poor man. So she decided to break up with him. She pulled up a confident face and told him that she didn't want someone with financial issues. Mark couldn't even give an explanation about what happened, and Becky took that as a sign to jump ship. She packed her things and left the same day. And when we say her things, those are mostly things that Mark had gotten her when she was staying with him, including the new phone she got. The funny thing is, when Becky was putting all her clothes and belongings in the bag, Mark was busy calling the bank. He knew there was a mistake with the supposed 3-month delay in payment. When they talked, the bank immediately realized the error on their end and made sure to refund the fees that Mark paid earlier. The car had to be returned a day later. By just a simple bank error, his girlfriend showed her true colors. He was happy that the car was back, but he was devastated that the woman didn't love him back the way she should have. Of course, it didn't make any more sense to keep paying for the phone he got her, so he stopped. A month later, Becky was fuming and rudely asked why he stopped paying for the phone. He calmly replied that there's no need to support her anymore, then hung up abruptly. Also, he told her that he was recently promoted and doubling his income. Becky had to live back in a tiny room in her mom's house. She had no heater, no air conditioning, no car, and not even enough money for a new phone. For her new life, she had to settle buying a prepaid phone. And she also amassed a great deal of envy and anger against Mark, the guy who often displayed his wealth on social media as if he was taunting her. The angry woman did everything to make Mark's life miserable. She prank called him, threw trash on his property, and even had the electric company cut off his electricity while he was home. But as days passed, the gap between them grew larger and larger. It was all in Becky's head. Mark didn't think about her anymore. He even bought a new beautiful house that made her tiny room, even her mom's house, look like a doghouse. Mark didn't care about her anymore, but he was so happy, successful, and rich. Becky, on the other hand, was still trying to pay off her student loans and living in her mom's house. In these two stories, we do hope you pick up what Sean and Mark did. While you don't necessarily have to fall in love, you certainly have to be diligent to earn money, but also learn to love unconditionally, no matter what the circumstance. Thank you for watching this video, and please remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss on any videos like this one. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one!